What up, team? How we doing? You all good? I can't hear anyone at all. Maybe that's me. You guys hear me?
Hi.
Oh, there we go. Hey. Don't think we're Matt. I'm Ruben.
Oh, that was awkward. I was talking and I didn't realize I was muted. Yeah, everyone's muted when they jump in, so that'll do that.
Biceps looking swole, Jamesy.
I'm gonna jump on. Krista had a ton of leads anyway, so can you just jump on now? I've opened the portal. I've just got to ring up. What's it called? AppCo now, and just fucking sort a few things. I've literally just had nothing. I've just had 7 phone calls in a row. I've sent through the entire door system, so we're ready to go. They're under the impression that we're gonna have 40 door-to-door salespeople inside the next month.
They're good numbers. I like those numbers.
Yeah. Everyone's waiting and everyone's listening to me now. So
hi, James.
Hey, let's go. Right, so when you jump, bye.
Oi, James.
Yo.
Is it Jacob's team that's doing the door-to-door? Because Jacob's in Darwin or some shit.
Nah,
someone else.
Melbourne.
Oh, the big dog. They're doing it. All right, cool.
So we're actually going to double the size. We're actually going to get 2 companies now to roll out the door-to-door. So we're looking to double the size. So we're probably looking to come closer to 4,000 to 5,000 people a week.
Yeah, the numbers.
So we'll have the projection is a sales force of between 150 to 200, but that's all we're looking to do. Cruise knows another full sales force company which he's been in conversation with, and we just have to do it that way.
Yeah, easy, bro. Strength in numbers.
That's it, man. We'll see where Stefan's at. He's going to run this tonight, so Steph will run it. How's everyone's day been?
Just filthy.
Yeah?
I did what I did yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. 2 from 2.
Yeah. 2 from 2. Yeah. Just filthy.
Oh. We'll wait for Steph. But basically what we're going to do, guys, is we're just, as everyone saw in the post, I just wanted to set more of a precedence around the growth of the business, because what we've done is we're going into we're going into a door-to-door component, which obviously is going to benefit everybody directly, indirectly, in ways in which it's going to allow the business to grow and the exposure. So for those of you that know how marketing works, you'll understand we're literally taking to the door what we're doing here with Optimize and Limitless. So the flood and the influx of clients is going to be exponential, and that even if you're new to the business, just come on board with the business, the hype that's going to be created around this many people coming on board with this product is going to be phenomenal. When you're going and speaking to someone in Queensland or Sydney or Melbourne, and you've had a door-to-door team, and then you've got ads that are getting put out because it's already in the motions. The numbers have already been projected. Over a 10-day period, we're projected to bring on 100 new clients with a team of 4. We're going to be growing the size of that team to a team of 40 within the next 3.5 months. And then from a team of 40 to a team of 100 in the next 8 months, with a acquisition of basically the numbers are meant to be, there'll be an acquisition of around about 40. It's 140 door knocks a day. So I'll go through all this, but I'll break the numbers down so everyone on the webinar can see it tonight. But that's going to be 70,000 possible interactions with new clients every single week from a sales force of 100. So that then needs to be caught in what we're doing as a team. So Stefan's going to talk about the delivery aspect of actually growing this business in terms of delivery, because as it currently stands, the onboard is good, but it's not excellent. So what I mean by that is that each client should have the same experience from start to finish of the process, meaning that they should be able to be onboarded in less than a 5-minute program, with the Limitless Success Institute actually backing the clients coming up. So Stefan and I have been speaking about once the first 100 clients are brought on board, we're potentially going to be every 100 clients, we will hire 2 new, basically they're going to be like admin staff that are going to give a personal introduction to every new person that comes in, saying, hi, it's Katie from Limitless Success Institute. Welcome to the Optimize program. So every $100,000 that the business makes, there'll be 2 new employees getting put on board in a back-end system, which is pretty big, guys. Like Cruz and I crunched out a lot of numbers. That's probably why I'm talking really fucking fast right now, because I've literally been doing numbers for the last 3 hours. And everything we've done before, Cruz and I on a smaller scale in terms of winning clients, for those of you that are a winning client, when Cruz and I do numbers, or when we get you to teach you numbers, the fucking numbers work. So we've just literally 1,000x them, realize that, hey, the same numbers you can do on a 1-to-1 scale can be done on a 1-to-many scale. And it's pretty phenomenal times, guys. So Stefan's jumped on, Spearsy's jumped on because it just got brighter because there was a bit of glare off the old crew. You're the light of my life, bro.
That's not funny. That's not funny, man. That hurts.
Where's Dunks? Where's Dunks? Bring it.
I thought your screen was on fire.
It's bloody hot in here, mate.
Remember there he is.
Hey, Stucker.
All right, guys. How are we, everyone? Whatever James is taking, I'm taking as well, because I'm speaking a million miles an hour at the moment, mate. Stuff is just been absolutely epic. So, in really
close up to the screen.
I'm close enough. Am
That's
I?
better. No.
Shut up, idiot.
No, Chloe said it. Chloe asked. You sound like you're miles away.
Oh yeah. All right.
Okay.
Can everyone hear me properly? Yeah.
Loud and clear.
All right,
Yep.
good. So, look, if you can't hear me, there's something wrong with your hearing, guys, because just about anyone can hear me. I'm like a fucking freight train. So pretty much in really short, guys, me and James went out and outsourced an external review of the Optimize program. I think James is sharing the review in just shorthand notes. Shorthand notes exactly what we came up with. And as sort of like head of delivery, we want to make sure that the Optimize program, one, is really super efficient in delivering the message that we want to message, that we're saying. And also we want the onboarding system to be just silky smooth. So essentially, if everyone can see that, mine's just gone blank.
Everyone say that all right?
James? Yeah. Did you share that?
Yeah. All right.
Can everyone hear me?
How's that? Can everyone see that?
Hello?
Screen? Yeah, I can hear you. All right, we there? Got it?
You there?
Yep. Go. Can everyone see that screen all right?
Just zoom in on it, bro. Can't really read
it's
it.
pretty small.
All right.
It's fine on desktop. It's just if you're on mobile, you won't be able to see shit. But if you're on mobile, you can just like get your fingers and go like that. You'll be able to see.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Oh, Ruben on it. Fuck yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Sweet.
Sweet. There we go.
All
Hey,
right.
Stepper.
Oh, he just left the meeting. He's gone.
He's done.
He had enough.
So, guys, we're just like, all right. So you got stage fright. It's all good. So, as you were saying, like we outsourced an internal review of the actual entire delivery process of the business. So we got this done by companies that are already doing what we wanted to do, but have been doing it for a few more years. They're different types of companies. One was a food production company. One was a gym. Like one was an online, like an online training company. There he is. But yeah, we outsourced it because I've been getting a lot of like conversations from different people. Like I know a few of you know that I spoke to Mark Burris the other day on the phone. He's from Yellow Brick Road, and he just said, "Look, make sure your structures are in place before the business rolls out." So we literally have just done a whole revamp. Stefan decided that, I decided with Steph that he needs to become head of delivery, because at the moment we've got multiple heads, multiple things, but we need to have one clear, distinct vision and one like person sort of calling the shots on each aspect of the business. So the head of delivery, I don't ever want to see this business become anything but a business run by coaches for clients to optimize their life. Because I believe if we can hold that integrity, each of us in this group have the capabilities, because we know better than someone that's in a suit that has never actually coached someone in their life what they need. And I hold that to a full esteem. And I've said that to people that in a business terms are far above and beyond where I'm at the moment. But I hold the integrity that in terms of what people need for their life, we know that better than anybody else in the industry. So there'll be back-end systems that we will need to implement in place with CFOs, HR, things like that. But at this point in time in the business, the delivery aspect, no one knows the clients better than we know them ourselves. So we need to really nail down on that. So I'm going to let Stefan just run through this and really just explain the updates that we need to make. And the reason why we have to have this on a call is because we need the entire team to be a part of this, because it's 100%. A big job and a lot of people are going to have to do it. We're all going to have to contribute, because if it's 1 or 2 people, it'll take months. If it's 10 or 20 people, it'll take a matter of days.
Yeah, 100%. Sorry, guys, just broke out there. So, look, if everyone can see the shared screen with James, essentially we'll just roll through this and where we're going to take this business to the next level. So, obviously, just to talk, the key there, heuristics is a personalized version. So when we're talking personalized version, we're talking about you guys bringing a person into the optimized program. We're not talking about the door-to-door stuff. We will be talking about door-to-door, but if you're bringing a person in, that's what we're talking. That's the key for this, and everyone should have this within the Limitless Leader Group. But on a note, please, guys, from now on, if you are selling a program to a friend or a family member, not a paid lead, but a friend or a family member, or an organic lead that's from your friendship circle on Facebook, this is ensure that you must personally coach this person through their program. What we have found is because they're family and friends, they're the ones who kick up most of the fuss about continually paying for the program, and they might want to pull out, and they feel like they can pull out because they're family. Even though we'll have the contracts in place and we'll have all that done and all that jazz to secure us, we want to make sure that we're very ethical and that we're very strong in our word, and we want to impact people's lives. So if you're bringing in someone organic, or they are a friend of yours or a family member, we want to make sure that you're having that personal touch. I know it's probably a no-brainer, but we have had in the case where someone sold a program from a friend of one of his mums, and then she wanted to pull out because she wasn't getting the support. He went away overseas, he mucked around a little bit, then he came back and was ready to coach her, but by that time she was super cold already. So it's really important. We warmed her up, don't worry, she's in the program, but we just don't want that. We want to give this program the name that it deserves. So if you're bringing someone on board that's a family or friend, you must be in personal contact with them. It doesn't have to be much, but just something to coach them and guide them so that we're really supporting them. I hope everyone agrees with that, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool?
Yeah,
Sweet.
Definitely, Stepper.
All right,
100%.
so obviously, 2.5 million Australian lives, that's what we're going for. So if we're looking at, guys, essentially if we're talking about door-to-door or the personalized version, once the pay right is complete, the money is transferred into the business account, and then it is allocated, payments will be made to the door-to-door and the Herbalife products. We know that. That's simple as that. Sorry?
Yep.
What was that?
Nothing. Keep going.
All right. So everyone got me? Yeah?
Yep. Keep going.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I was. So it's really simple. Essentially, what's going to happen is once a door-to-door person completes a pay right transaction, the next thing they'll do is get what we will call an equivalent of a WooFoo form. We'll probably use something else, and they'll fill out. So this is really good for all of us. They're going to fill out their name, their email, date of birth, address, all the geo information. Then they're going to fill out their exercise history, their nutrition history, which is going to be really important because this is where our jobs are going to go on, and then product information. So for instance, in the future, when someone's bloody celiac or they're allergic to gelatin, which is some of the stuff that covers tablets, we know what to give them. We don't just give them the generic, optimized 500 volume point order. They get something a bit more personalized, which makes us a better brand. We're currently looking at a Woofu form, but we'll most likely go to something else. Now, for you guys, you can just do this via the phone call. Get all the information and put it in some sort of storage system, because we're going to bring this all together in a master sheet, which we're going to be able to advertise off in the future. It's so important that we're recording all our sales. So if you've got 20, 30 sales and each of all of you have got 20 successful sales, we can converse that into a master list and advertise that. That is so like massive, epic value and powerful in going and advertising that to the marketplace, because they're paid successful leads, and Facebook will show them, will actually advertise to people similar to that, which is more likely every time a lead buys from our webinar, we're more likely to convert that person because they're just like the ones we've converted before. If you don't know what that means, talk to me or talk to one of the marketing guys. They know exactly what I'm talking about with that. So you don't really necessarily need the Woofu form just to keep it all simple, but make sure we're recording all information, date of birth, and you're keeping it in some sort of list. And what we'll do is we actually need some help. We need to create a master spreadsheet. So we'll talk about that later, but we're going to create a master spreadsheet. So from all the information from that Woofu form, okay, we're going to put in a master spreadsheet. And if your guys are creating your organic leads, what we will do is either create a Facebook group or a Facebook Messenger that's simply only, or a spreadsheet, whatever it is, that's simply only for names, numbers, address, emails, employment, either it's yes or no, gender, male, female, and that's going to be the start of our master list as well, that we're going to continue to just gather more information and make our advertisement so much stronger. It's a must thing. It's annoying. It's easy not to do, and it's easy to do, and we all should be recording our successful sales at a minimum to be able to continually create fantastic lookalike audiences on our Facebooks. Okay. So what I've noted here is that if it's a personal sale, let's create a Facebook Messenger group. Each week, you just, the sales you made for the optimize, you chuck it in there, and then we'll have an admin person, accumulate that and put that into the master spreadsheet. So let's just start to do that. Are we all cool with that, guys? That's all sweet. So
Yeah.
I know half you guys are on mute,
Yep.
so don't stress about answering
Yeah, I
that.
got you.
What will happen after that Woofu form is complete from the door-to-door is that they will automatically click add and join into the Facebook Optimize group. Now, currently it's called Limitless Results Academy. We'll change that name to maybe like Optimize Me support page or something similar, just so that we're on board and it's only for optimized clientele. All right. Yep.
Is everyone still there? Just froze.
Yes, I'm here still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just Steph.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, Steph, if you can hear us, bro, we can't hear you.
I think he's gone.
He's gone again.
But while we're at it, I have a suggestion.
Hang on, is
for everyone.
James here? Oh, he's back.
Is everyone sort of keeping up so far? I just want to know it's a lot of information, and
Yeah.
we all learn differently. So if anyone got any questions around what Stefan's talking about so far?
No, it is a lot of information. Slowly and surely, I think when we just systematically go through it over and over, it'll start cementing in our heads. So
Yeah, so we're going to send all these changes to everyone. We're going to give the updates as images coming. And obviously, the reason why it's hard for us to, I guess, use our reticular activation system and actually understand what's going on here, which is our learning, is that we're only talking, so you're only getting audio at the moment. So I get that, and it's fucking long, but just try to pay attention.
Sorry, keep talking out.
Yeah, try to pay attention where you can. You'll retain majority of the information if you engage with what you actually see on the screen. So make sure you're reading, taking notes, that'll engage different parts. Because don't just try to listen to Steph and zone off, because it is hard. But I'm just what it'll be, guys, is just we've got to do this, because the thing that we identified is that it is important and integral that we really just fucking make sure that this is nailed. You know what I mean? Like, whoever's bringing the client in across the board, it has to be the same, because all it takes is one person to say, I didn't get this, I had this experience, then to leave. And for those of you that know winning, you've seen what bad reviews can do to a business. Like, it got slammed for a little bit there. And I was in the fourth. I remember when I was working in the middle of winning, like, we got an influx of reviews from clients. They created this little pack of people. There's about 50 of them. And it actually took it from a 5-star down to a 1-star. And those reviews, everyone in this day and age wants to know what they're buying into. And when you're bringing massive influx of clients on board, 50 bad reviews can equate to 50,000 people in the terms of what we're doing that won't actually purchase. And that can stop us from progressing forward. We need to see that every negative review is worse for the business than every positive review. One negative review is worse than 100 positive reviews.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yep.
What are your thoughts on essentially refunding a client if they're not happy with the service?
So the contracts that we've had written up at the moment, it has to be on the grounds of the client has attempted the program, because if you're to refund the program and the client hasn't attempted the program, and that's why we keep paper trails, everything will be done through email as opposed to phone call. Like, let's use the example of the lady that Stefan used. We had a lady that looked to pull out after 2.5 months. He goes, look, I just haven't got around to it. That was her initial message to me. I just haven't got around to it. I can't be bothered doing this. I want my money back. My response, and I'll be honest with you guys, was, first of all, her name is Kate. No one knows her in here, so it's all good. It was like, Kate, you've just identified that you just couldn't be bothered. I'm not refunding you the money, because I can't be bothered is like saying, I bought the car and don't like the color. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen. We're a business. At the end of the day, we need to maintain integrity. But we had another client, for example, that's like, I've had things pop up. My child got sick, which I actually know through Facebook and that I saw. We did refund the money, because that's a legitimate grounds to actually, you know what I mean, Ruben? So we did refund the money. We're not here to put people in financial detriment, but I'm going to say that at the end of the day too, we're not putting people in financial detriment. We're giving them an opportunity to really, it's $50 a week. Just because you can't be bothered to do something isn't a refundable policy. Because you wanted to actually attempt something, but you've had something pop up, that is a refundable policy. If it's going to affect your child, because obviously he's having to put money there, we're not assholes. We want to help people. So we will refund whoever we need for within reason.
And that's it, Ruben. It has to be on a subjective. Sorry, James, I'm just going to butt in here. So an example at the moment is one of my clients is having the same thing. He's come into the gym and all of a sudden he's not engaging with the program. He's not giving it a crack, and he's like, I can quit at any time. And I've said, look, mate, I'm going to give you an ultimatum. You're going to attempt this. This is where you go. You're going to send me 3 times photos a week. I want proof that you're actually progressing with this, and we're going to reassess in about 1 month's time. From then, if he's actually given it a good crack, he's 4 months into it already. But if he's given it a good crack, and then I can obviously move it up the chain and we can discuss what he wants to be refunded, part or all. But it needs to be all on paper, and it's a subjective matter on different terms.
It's IP as well, and the thing is, I've been in such a space where I've heard so many excuses. We won't get too much more off topic with this, but it is subjective, because we're giving away intellectual property. What's to stop the person from saying, I don't want to do it, but they've literally just bought a 2.5K program and they've just went and Stefan had this exact example. The lady downloaded every resource and then goes, I don't want to do it. She's paid what? $1,000 deposit, $150, tried to get the deposit refunded, and she was basically looking to pay $150 for the intellectual property that took Stefan years to create. Like, no, it's not going to happen.
So that's kind of stuff we're going to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
So, I'll probably look, guys, to be honest, I probably don't need to tell you about the door-to-door stuff, but I really just want to be open and honest with everyone. Everyone's my family here. So we're just sharing this with you guys because we're all family, and it's just important you guys know. So, and just so we're all on the same page and we all know what's happening. So essentially, like if I go back to it, once they get, then added into the Facebook support group personally, you would do that with them as well. I think we need to change the name. And then I think we need to do minimum 2 scheduled posts a week of content, which I know Nick has already created. But if we can get that up to 2 proper scheduled posts a week from clients on lives and content, and then everything else we add is okay. Like if you want to post something, more is awesome because the more interaction in the group's great. Don't just think because someone's posted 2 and you have a really awesome video that was on like, men's health or something, post it. Like we want you to interact and we just love that. But I think 2 must schedule posts to keep people around. And if as a personal thing, we've already been doing it, but if you've done a personal one-on-one sale, you are responsible for then introducing them into the group. And what we'll do with the door knocking is at the end of every week, we'll do like a generic post and tag all the people. Welcome to the family, blah, 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 something nice, and then names in there as well. But so some things got to change on that side of things. So, and then lastly, contracts need to be signed. So we do that at the end because the pay right's been done. We've got all the information. They'll sign the contracts on the spot. They have to, bada bing, bada boom. That's just another layer of protection. And for yourself, you should get Adobe Sign or whatever you want to do. Talk to your coach about that on a more personal level.
We've got Adobe Sign. We'll be giving out in the near future. We'll be giving out access and passwords to everybody to have this. What it'll be will be a compulsory thing because we've got to remember the business is getting beyond ourselves right now. At the moment, if we develop the same mentality of just the traditional network marketing structure as independent sole traders, that's where the business will remain. We need to sit there and identify that we're becoming an ambassador and, more importantly, a sales representative leader. That's why I wrote that in the post today of Limitless Health and Fitness and, more importantly, the optimized program, Limitless Success Institute. You're getting a business model. You're basically, the way I want to picture yourself, you've actually went to a shop front. You've bought the rights to sell Adidas. You know what I mean? Like you've got an Adidas shop front. Adidas. I don't know how you say
Adidas.
it.
Where are you from? America.
No, it's Australia. You got like an Adidas shop. You know what I mean? Like you've got to maintain the integrity of the brand. You're not going to have Adidas and then literally go and have shoes all over the floor and all that sort of stuff and like have clients getting whole, like, you know what I mean? Like it's going to be the same integrity. That's how we're able to scale to the size of the business that we want to get to.
Yeah.
And you're getting access to that and a business platform and model that will support that.
Yeah, 100%. So once a contract is signed, you know, whether it's yourself or through our system, it will be filed. And so all the different levels of legality and measuring is all done. What you then need to do next is once you get the money is to order their products and take the tracking number. We'll then create a welcome email with their login, with the login links and the Herbalife tracking ID number. Well, their Star Track ID number. So they don't need to annoy you because eventually, guys, if we're shipping out like, you know, hundreds of clients a week and a day, people are going to lose their shit. They're not going to be there at home. The postman's not going to give them always the letter. So they're going to be annoying us. So if they got their tracking ID number and an email, it's just one less, you know, hassle for us. So that's the onboarding system from now on. And so I hope everyone's cool with that. So essentially, if we get into the nitty gritty where we'll implement everyone, okay, having a look at the program. So I don't know if the shared screen or we'll slide it down, James, but if we go down to, right there's perfect. Essentially, like we're just going to have to change a few things. A couple of notes is that, you know, we've had a graphic designer go over it. You know, we're going to be looking at getting a personalized, optimized logo. You know, little things like Facebook support link should be up there with that blue tag. Tag is just in case it's not in the Facebook support page.
I'm doing that all right now, bro.
Support page. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. That's all right. We'll get a new logo. Just little things they just said, like, you know, no need for a second Limitless logo. There's all small things, but even with the background, it's just a plain white background. So we need to make this look really aesthetically pleasing for people. It needs to look like it's a $10,000 program, which
on that note, can someone note that I think we should have, if we can change the aesthetic background of that to client results, I know that's possible to do. If we can have a background of a collage of client results, I think that'd be pretty cool as well.
With that,
100%.
With that black, I noticed that you said like change it from black. What do you want that? Like I'm literally doing it
Oh,
now.
it just needs to be something, maybe just something. It could, maybe with the client results are good. It's just got to be like a welcoming and inviting thing. It has to look like.
If we just have, we'll talk about this off the call later, but I want to potentially have
yeah, that's fine.
Ryan,
Yeah,
Just going over
can
it,
someone
yeah?
just write notes for? Can someone just write notes for client result collage and also lives change tally board?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll do that.
Yeah, sweet.
Right.
Also, like a meet the coaches section. Obviously, there's all these coaches that's part of the program. So if you slide down to the next page, it's just off the roll there. Just there, meet the coaches and their stories. We just need to meet the coaches section because you want to be able to relate to you. So we need to meet the coaches for everyone and all that. So just so overall reviewing the whole thing, there's a lot of changes that need to happen. One of the most important things is obviously giving everyone all this intellectual property straight away. So we need to create a drip feed system. It's also going to keep them super duper more accountable because they're going to be like just waiting for the next phase. Oh, if phase one's this good, I can't wait for phase two. And if you look at everything, like I want to be really honest, you know, if you slide down the page, let's slide down to, you know, hit workouts by Tran and James West. Okay. Like, it's just like 5 videos from Westy and 2 videos from Tran. It's just, you know, I'm not to offend anyone here, but it just looks fucking random. Yeah. Like it's awesome. And like the military workouts by Ben, it's just one video. So, you know, if someone goes to there like, oh, okay, do I do that video for the next 9 months? Do I just do these booty workouts? Yeah. What do I actually do? Moving forward, like if we go into like the yoga, like again, love it, but it's just a bunch of random exercises.
Yeah.
Same as the
Pilates. That's why I've been really driving that home on the chat. Like we need more content.
Yeah,
we need a fuckload more content.
That's true, but also I think more content is not necessarily better. Sorry to interject, guys. I just wanted to say, like having just spent a long time working around like building online fitness programs, I think throwing more videos and just giving people more shit to watch doesn't actually necessarily mean that they're going to consume it. And if we overload people and just put more and more videos on the site, I don't think that's as effective as putting the energy and that same energy and time into interacting in the Facebook group, into running live webinars.
I want to be honest, guys. I got complete fucking overload when I started going through this, and I got overwhelmed. Like I looked at it and go, where do I start? What do I do? And I get that we see it as coaches where to start, but if I'm getting overload, imagine the 35-year-old mum of 3 from Timbuktu, like going online for the first time in an online program and going, where do I start? If a 7-year-old can't do this thing and work her way through it, then it's not simple enough. And I think it's just really we'll fix it up really quickly. But if I go into like, again, I don't mind the rehab stuff. It's all cool. But if you slide down the page and we go into mindset, I just feel like we've got 85 coaches talking about mindset and it's all the same stuff all the way through, like goal setting, this and that. So if we're taking notes down, guys, and we go back up to the start of the page, I think, like, because everything's really random, okay? If probably everyone can agree on that thing. It's all a bit random. So if we have a think about it, we got mainly selling this program for about 9 months to 12 months. And we're looking at having a drip-fed system and having one phase. So we completely break it down, and it's all there in the review, and we'll all have lists of things for people to do. But we just need a male and a female program. We need a weight gain and a weight loss program. And it's got to be meal plans for different calorie sizes, and then they go from there. So essentially what will happen is they log online, and every month, so 4-week programs, whether they're a male or female, the phase 1 and phase 2 of their program like pops up, if that makes sense for everyone. Same with their nutrition. Okay. And then with their mindset, because there's so much mindset. And I know it's fucking brilliant. And I know we've got Frankie in there, and we're going to keep Frankie in there. We're going to find a spot where we want to put him. And I know we want relationship coaches and dating coaches. But if we look purely on mindset, I think whoever wants to do mindset, okay, needs to put together an actual like 40-week, week-by-week program. And you guys can all be together. And it starts at week 1. And week 1 is fucking preparation. And I've got some slides from one of my membership sites I've created and some changes that we'll want to do. And it could just be like Krista starts week 1, fucking, you know, how to prepare or, you know, goal setting. And then week 2 is, you know, let's refine our goals into SMART goals. And that can be done by Spearsy. All right. And then week 3 can be done by, you know, whoever doesn't really, you know, whoever's on this call, and it could be vision board work. Yeah. So like, and it's just a week by week content that they can log on to. So they get their work with their mindset every week, because there's so much content we can release with mindset.
Yeah. Is it like Stepper he's talking about, like you have to be systematic with the process, you know, you don't go from 0 to 100 all at once. Baby steps, you know, how do you do a push up? You start on the incline, you work your way all the way down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get exactly what you're talking about.
I just want someone to log online. They have their welcome video by James about the membership site, and then they might have a welcome video by me about how the program rolls out. I like the mobile version. We just got to tidy it up, make it look sweeter. And all of a sudden it's got meal plans, and then they got their calorie counter, and it just got phase 1. And whether they are male, female, will be different sections. They only got one selection, and they've got 3 selections or 4 selections of the calories, but they've got one selection. That's phase 1. And so then they can build from there. Then phase 2 opens up, phase 3, phase 4, and then phase 5. All including the products that are involved with it as well. And I think that you know, every month a new phase opens up. And if you're doing relationships, okay, you design, or you're doing spirituality, you design a 5-phase program that mirrors the same release time as every program. So instead of coming up, you know, and just, oh, here's a bunch of videos on relationship. Okay, cool. How about you put together a 5-phase program, all right, that releases every month on relationships, on dating. And that's when we can link out. So not only Limitless Health and Fitness, you know, we've now branched out to relationships. We've branched out to dating. We've branched out to mindset. We've branched out to spirituality. So instead of just random videos being chucked there. So there's a lot to review. There's a lot, you know, this is some of the stuff that's me and James have gone through thoroughly together, but also what we've actually done a paid review from 2 independent people, and the feedback has come back as combined of this short notes. So pretty much I want to start things from the top. I won't take up any more time, but I think this is really, really simple.
Yep.
I think we had a simple, make it really simple, make it dumb for people. It's going to be just amazing. This program's going to go up tenfold, and it can be done really, really quickly. So I'm pretty keen to get things started straight away.
Yeah, man. Let's Oregon step up orders, mate. Giving us orders from the top and deadlines. We're
love it, don't you?
Yeah, man.
Military, man.
There are some orders and deadlines.
All right, before we do that, I'm just going to I'm going to stop sharing this screen.
Yeah.
Cool. What I'm going to do now is I just want us to, obviously, emotion evokes action. So if we can actually align to why we're doing it, I just need to, the guys that are in the senior leadership group would have seen this, but for some of us, this is going to be first time seeing these numbers. So I just want us to understand exactly why we're pushing this so hard now at the moment. So I'm just going to see, like, here we go. Beautiful. So hopefully if you can see that screen now, these are basically the reverse engineered numbers. Can everyone see that screen all right?
Yeah.
So these are the reverse engineered numbers of what potential door-to-door will be bringing in. I just screenshot the message, basically what I said. So I just want to reiterate it. So I'll read it out and I'll explain to you as I'm reading it out. So I want to get these absolutely nailed, as we're going to have a door-to-door team knocking on a minimum of 140 doors each a day. So we're looking to scale this team to 100 sales leaders across the entire country of Australia by October this year, meaning that each and every day there will be a minimum of 14,000 customer interactions. So we need to have a solid follow-up system in place to capture flow of leads as well as retargeting ads once they become a part of our pipeline. So the numbers are 100 sales leaders knocking on a minimum. Their requirement is this. This is what they get the standard set at. 140 door knocks a day, closing a minimum of 4 to 6 sales a day is 3,000 new clients a week. Is 70,000 minus 3,000 successful sales, obviously, is 67,000 possible interactions with clients per week. Meaning that if we only convert 5% of those into a back-end webinar or lead gen system, that's still 3,350 new possible webinar leads a week. If we convert even 10% of that, that's an extra 335 sales a week from just webinars. But the 3,350 leads per week that will be off a 5% conversion rate of the 67,000 possible interactions is dispersed throughout you guys. So I just want to give you guys an understanding. We're not sitting here at the top of the business. I could easily, and this is honest transparency with everyone, I'm going to share everything about the business. I could go and just have the same company create a door-to-door system into the back end of a telemarketing system to go and call the leads and be trained professionals, close them on the spot. The business makes money, the company makes money. But the conversation I had with Storm Group was I want to disperse these leads evenly throughout the people involved inside of my business. Meaning that you guys can have access to, in the future, thousands and thousands of leads a week, giving you possibilities to close thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. Cruz has now agreed to come on board and physically create a coaching tutorial platform about NLP and sales. So if you've got people that want to make money, that want to change freaking lives, we're giving you the ability through the network marketing structure to literally close sales on behalf of a company and get paid the full retail commission between $1,000 to $1,200 per sale. Dingo just had a stretch. His mind's absolutely blowing at the moment. So for those of you that are sitting there thinking, this is going to be hard, I'm having to grind out, find myself leads, we're bringing the leads to your door. Literally from a door-to-door model, we're looking to mirror this and double this in a sense where we're looking to have the equivalent of 200 sales leaders. So all these numbers will double. You've got to remember there's 24 million Australians. There's currently over 18 million households. So this will take us a matter of years to completely talk to and negotiate and see and interact with the entire country. 5.4 has just went insolvent, which was the third biggest company inside of our space. Meaning that if we do this properly, we literally are going to become the third competitor as soon as we go into the market, to then become the number one in Australia, to then become a number one in the world in the matter of weeks and months. So guys, that's why there is this push. That's why it's like we are all having to do this together. Because we're not sitting here doing this like a company would and just have all the money remain inside the company, the business, the CEOs and all that make the money and the investors. We are a coach-driven business created by coaches for coaches to change everybody's life who comes into the Optimized program. And that's the truth. We're giving leads to people instead of just taking them and holding them and getting people to train professionals and close them. We're giving opportunities to the everyday person that's inside of our team to have access to thousands and thousands of leads and make themselves financially free. That's why this business is so amazing, because there's no other company in the world that would do it this way. And Cruz, as I said, is about to film an entire platform to teach each of you to convert through NLP. We're going to teach you NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming and is the art of persuasion and sales in a nutshell. He said to me, he goes, I'll lock myself in a room for 2 days if I have to and film 40 hours worth of content because I can see this vision working. And we're just talking numbers from Australia, guys. You got to understand there's a big, wide world out there. So when you're sitting there thinking, fuck, it's hard to find people now, it's a matter of weeks before we find everyone for you. And it's going to be a matter of weeks to dragnet and bring them inside of this optimized opportunity. And it's as simple as that. So guys, I hope you're all feeling motivated, and this is why there is a push at the moment. This is
100%, Jimmy. Fucking awesome. Always, just deliveries on point. Look, I'm happy, man, guys. I'm happy to stay up all night, send private messages to everyone and tell them something to do. what I feel like, James, with your permission, I reckon, we haven't said this yet, but I want to open up some, with yourself, some private group chats with everyone that we feel like is going to be head hunting that position.
Yep.
Because what's really important, guys, as well, is that it sounds stupid, but it's got to all look the same. You know what I mean? Like Apple, everything looks the same. And if we go to our program, yes, Limitless looks cool and the background's orange, but if we go to Nick's program, it's different to my female program. And we can't, if we want to make this look like a $1 billion company that we are, we're going to just clean a few things up. This won't take long, guys. This literally will roll out really quickly. So I guess after this chat, I'm happy to stay up all night and start just creating some groups and giving everyone some basic jobs to do, bring it all together, and then we just relaunch the thing. And honestly, I think this will take us a matter of days if we get it right. We cool with that, team? James?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm happy to spearhead this and just fucking roll with it after this finishes right now.
Because the thing is, guys, to understand the precedents that businesses in the past are created where the traditional business model, you identify a product, you create the product, you then create the business, you create the vision, you create the mission, you bring the product, you get the prices in, and then the final thing is you start to bring the clients in, and then you create your team after that. You have to have clients to create a team. Because of network marketing, the way in which we've been able to do it, we've created a team. So the metaphor that I used earlier today was, think of it like Disneyland. We've created Disneyland. There's kids, parents, children, everyone standing at the gates of Disneyland waiting to come in. They're literally banging at the door. Like, we've then got people to come and bring them, corral them to the front street of Disneyland and actually go enter Disneyland. And then we're just sitting there and we're all workers inside of there. And we're actually able to get paid by being a part of this program. So the more you put into this, take ownership of it in a sense that you're creating what this program is about. This program isn't created by me, isn't created by Stefan, isn't created by Dingo, isn't created by Nick. It's been created by every single one of us. So be proud and wear with a badge of honor on your chest that you helped to create the optimized platform. Don't just sit there and wait for somebody else to fucking do it. And I'm being adamant and swearing here right now because it's seriously, step up and take ownership of what you want to see as a change in not only yourself, your friends, your family, but every new person that comes on board with this program. You have the capacity to have a support network of people behind you to actually support you and grow your own vision inside of a bigger vision. That's what this is about. So if you're somebody that sits there and goes, fuck, I would love to have videos for men to actually step up and own their masculine and get rid of domestic violence, then go and film them. But in parameters of what we're doing at this point in time, the way in which it's been set out by Stefan, because it's not going to change unless you change, and nobody else is going to understand the change that you want unless you actually step forward and give us the notice. So guys, this is your business. Everyone on this call has creative freedom to be able to do it. So don't sit there and message me and say, can I do this? Go and film the video and then send it in and we'll go for review. Go and create the content, send it in, we'll go for review. You're not going to get a no if you'd actually try. So step up, take ownership. It's literally that time at school when you were like, get told, what do you want to be when you're older? And you got this idea and you're like, no, I can't be that because A, B, C, D. Fuck those parameters in your mind and actually sit there and create what you want to create, because you've got a support network of people behind you to create that vision that you've always wanted to achieve. Okay?
100%. So, in close, I'll send everyone a message of the next steps. It'll be so simple. All the back-end guys, all that back-end work, don't worry, man. Me, James, Phil have been working just absolutely tirelessly to get all the back-end work done. You guys have got the greatest support network and the greatest spine. And, you are so supported. So I'll send a message to everyone I feel like can add into this thing, and we'll just roll from there, okay?
Hey guys, I just wanted to really quickly make a suggestion before we go. I'm not sure if you've heard of Slack before, but I honestly think in terms of managing a business, whether or not it's Slack specifically or something similar, I reckon we'll get a lot more value out of using something like Slack rather than Facebook. It means we can have channels. So like a marketing channel, delivery channel, admin channel, and we can communicate through there. And it also means that we won't be individually getting distracted from Facebook newsfeed shit when we could be working.
Yeah, we use Slack at Winning, but the only problem with Slack is that unfortunately, because Facebook has done this, we're programmed to check Facebook and Instagram first. And I find for some people it's hard. If I found it personally myself, I wouldn't check Slack consistently enough because it doesn't actually come into the forefront of your mind. And when you're utilizing a Facebook platform, it's a great idea, man. And we tried to utilize it Winning when we had 30 people working in the team. But the problem was that Slack wouldn't get checked enough because, WhatsApp, TeamSpeak, I spend 93% of my time in Messenger. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're programmed naturally. That's why Facebook has done it that way. Everything has done it. That's why they're big as they are. So it's like, but what we need to do is like you're right, Ruben, we need to have it in parameters of marketing, delivery, sales, content. We need to have the channels that we're using in Messenger until we can create a network where we're actually getting it away from that. But at the moment, I think because we're all sort of still doing our own businesses, still doing those sorts of things whilst contributing to this, once we become that company in size, then we can actually sit there and implement the channels. The other one I'd probably use is Campfire. It's something that we implemented in the latter parts of Winning, and it was like really beneficial. Slack, because the notification system on it is very poor. I remember that was like freaking a nightmare to use. But no, like I love the initiative with that, man. I want us to. There's so much white noise. So on that note, Ruben's raised a really good point. Let's fucking keep the shit talk posting to a minimum for the next 2 weeks, and that's one thing that can create a better parameter with what we're doing. If it's a marketing thread, keep the gifts in our personal shit. Keep the stuffing around. Let's just be clear-headed for the next month. And I'm asking this from the bottom of my heart with complete honesty, open, vulnerability, integrity to all of you. Let's treat this like we're the board of directors of a multi-billion-dollar company. And would they be posting gifts about fucking stupid shit? Yeah. We can all step up and actually leave behind our old identities of what we believe that people told us to believe. You can go home and tell your parents and your family and your friends and your partners that you're a part owner of a 10% of the biggest online coaching platform in the world. You're a part owner of Apple. You're a part owner of Facebook, Instagram. Like, let's treat this as though we're the board of directors, not just a bunch of people running a network marketing business, or not just sitting on, break the fucking mold of I'm at home running a business from my couch in my underwear and my pajamas. Sit there and be like, I actually have the ability to drive this and become financially free. That's what we have the capabilities to do. The platform's there. Let's just do it. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Yeah. So just quickly, James, is everyone on this Zoom, are they in that leadership, are they in that Limitless squad? Is that everyone here?
No, not everyone will be. So what we'll do is we're going to create offsets of everything because we had that originally. It's grown in expansion in size from the people that were originally.
Pretty much everyone in this group call is on that Limitless squad. I just want to make sure so I don't miss out on anyone. There's
a couple of people that aren't.
All good. No stress. Easy as. All right, I'll start sending messages out now, man. I'm ready to get to work. Let's do it, guys.
Awesome. Cheers, guys.
Talk to you soon. Bye.